what are the implications of Netanyahu's current proposal for Gaza residents to have the option of leaving? How might this affect the ongoing ceasefire negotiations?
After saluting you and your viewers, in fact, it's in a militant plan to reformulate Trump's proposals that's rejected popularly and widely. And they are attempting to turn the eyes of what's happening in Gaza by displacing their people, and that would help in destroying as much as possible of infrastructure to life facilities and the houses, which has the occupation army has succeeded, but in the ground failed to achieve the announced objectives, which is the release of hostages or force Hamas to surrender and not to be a source of a threat to Israel. Such a plan is an attempt to recover what's the failure of the occupation army in the Strip, which is a matter that is rejected from all the components of the equation. I'm talking about the peoples and the Palestinian resistance.
So, sir, what about the opposition leader's criticism, Yair Lapid's criticism of Netanyahu's government? What potential impact could this have on the Israeli domestic politics as well as the security policies?
Certainly, Netanyahu knows that there is no possible for the government to return if an election took place, so that's why he's stalling and put obstacles before the negotiation. And that is a reflection of the decreased popularity within Israel, as he cannot form a government if the elections took place, and even if his opponent wouldn't ally with the Palestinian members within the territories of 1948 within the Knesset, which indicates the decline of popularity. So he's trying to consume the time, or using rhetoric expressions and the internal factor that would prove Netanyahu's lies regarding the number of those who fall down while in captives, and trying to influence some figures within Israel. And most of the Israeli captives are from these who were dead, and the contrary, and which is the opposite actually proved, even one not actually any proof that they are alive, but there are witnesses, testimonies actually affirms that the majority of those being captive are alive, which is represent a pressure upon Netanyahu, his government, as well as inside America, as those who are carrying dual nationals, that Netanyahu trying to say that they are being killed. So in order to pursue achieving his dream of displacing the Palestinians, I think there are some changes on the ground that put obstacles before Netanyahu's manipulations and plan, and to enter the phase of the withdrawal from Philadelphia and opening the Rafah crossing, and in addition to the epic scene of the return of hundreds of thousands from the south to the north to what's been left from the destruction.
Yes. Sir, can we talk a bit about Hamas's plans? They're planning on releasing detainees. What role does this play in the broader context of the ceasefire agreement and the future of Gaza itself?
Let's say that the Palestinian resistance, led by Hamas, manifested some concessions and wisdom before the demands from the League of Arab States and Cairo to withdraw or to avoid taking any role in governing the Strip. And that's what's being manifested in the process of the captives' release, that they have capabilities and that would say or would suggest some sort of rejections of those who are going to run the Strip. And I think that the statement of the resistance that took place today, that there is a possible, and they do not mind to release all the captives in the second phase, which is actually import some disagreements within Israel. In addition to what they send a letter in the PLO that they do not mind to hand over the administration of the Strip to these some technocrats or the Societal Support Committee.